Welcome back to Africa This Morning. We are now on Table Talk, and today we are discussing motivation. And just to get your week started on right, we have Jeff Ndewa, a motivational speaker, a life coach, and an author. Welcome. This is the first time we're having a life coach on Ebro Africa.
Wow.
Welcome.
Glad to be here.
Give us a breakdown. What exactly is a life coach?
Well, a life coach is a partner that in life that helps you move from where you are to where you want to be. A life coach will guide you through your goal setting, will help you assess the resources that you have to get you to where you want to be. It will also help you get to know what resources do you need that you don't have, and are they available resources, and then work with you till you reach your destination.
You have been an ordained minister. You are an author, you're a motivational speaker. What led you to push the envelope a bit further to reach for life coaching? What did you see in society that motivated you to want to be a partner with people more actively in their day-to-day life?
Well, like you rightly said, I'm an ordained minister. I worked with the church full-time for close to 10 years. And, well, full-time, meaning that I wasn't doing anything else. But while doing my ministry, I also trained as a life coach, and I realized there are people that will come to see, although a minister is actually doing partly, they're doing a life coaching. A minister is a life coach because it's helping people realize their goals. Well, although it can be imbalanced in ways that the approach is spiritual, but a life coach will help a client realize their spiritual goals, their relationship goals, and also their emotional goals, goals for your financial goals. Is an all-rounded approach to life. So I felt as a life coach I can be able to help people in an wholesome, way. Yeah.
Maybe you can share with us what you saw in society that made you more inspired, because you can help them in, a wholesome way, but there's something in society that you see right now that demands the services of a life coach. Yeah.
Absolutely. So many broken homes, broken relationships, people not knowing after this relationship is coming to an end, or people getting stuck in a relationship that is hurting them, in a relationship that is draining them. They actually they come to, it's like their life has stopped. And I realized there's so many people that don't want to really talk to a pastor or even a counselor. They want someone who is a partner, a friend that will walk with them. And that's why the approach of a life coach, the first thing that I'll do as a life coach is to get to sort of a rapport with my client so that we are able to connect. The connection is very key in life coaching. Yeah, so I saw that people, there's so much crisis going on in terms of relationships. There's so much questions and no answers are provided in terms of matters of even religion. Yeah. And so I felt as a life coach I'm more empowered to provide some of these answers.
How did we get
to
here?
People?
Naturally, as a people and as Africans,
yes,
the answers were automatic, if I may use the word automatic. Naturally, you would know. Transition in life, you grow up, you're an adult, you have to be mature. Choices were a bit more secure. Right now, it's a bit, foggy, and there's so much gray area in the society. How did we get to this point? Where did we fail?
Well, when society begins to become so liberal that you can do whatever you feel like doing, your family can follow whatever path you feel like following, and it's like every man to themselves. It's not, and that's not the African culture. By the way, Africa, we ideally, the African culture is a very communal culture, the community morals drive towards certain direction. It's something that you do in public and people feel, no, this is not acceptable, you know. But that is dying off. That is dying off, where the individualism, where you actually can do whatever you want to do, and this is my life. I think they call it YOLO.
Yeah, you only have one life to live.
You only have one life to live. So live it the way you want. And that approach really has messed up many times. It has put pause on our religion, on our institutions, and it's actually taking away things that were
very fundamental
to us. Yeah.
Maybe you can share with us now, as we're transitioning. We are in April right now, and there's so many things that are happening in the world and also in Kenya. We usually evaluate ourselves January. We have resolutions. Now we're in April, it's going to an end. We're dawning on to the next quarter, the next 4 months. What do we need to do? Half the time at this point we've lost track. There's so many things that have happened. We are either going into the rut or we are deciding to just let go.
Yes.
How do we need to reel it in so that we are more proactive about reaching for our visions at this point?
Well, and not just waiting until it's now about 4 months. But actually, we can have review that are done weekly. You can have reviews that are done daily. That you see, because when you set your goals and say, this is what I want to be in 2014, it's good to, to set a very clear and manageable goal.
Earlier on, you were telling me that it's not very good to have an Everest vision. I was sharing with you, I'm the Everest community type of person. Have an Everest, but the gap is usually pulling Everest down to the table so that you're able to manage it. Share with us. Maybe you can give us your thoughts also. Is it good to have an Everest vision? Everest being a giant vision beyond life.
Well, it's okay. It's okay to be like that. But break it down.
How do we break
because
it down?
the big vision is what I want to be and achieve in a year. But then you ask yourself, what do I want to achieve in 6 months? What part of this can I achieve in 2 months, in a month? Now you're still in January. What can I achieve in 2 weeks? What can I achieve in a day? You break it down into every day I'll need to do this. Yeah. Say the end of January, I'm feeling depressed. I have a low self-esteem at the end of January. I want to be motivated. I want to be a confident person. I am jobless. That will give me contribute to my getting a job. So that's the person I want to be in 2014. That's the dream me. So now, what actions will I need? The baby steps will I need to take for me to become that person? And I can say, daily, I'll be doing this. I'll be having affirmations. You can have positive affirmations that talk to me about that person I want to be. You have to see that person. If I want to be confident, I'll speak in a positive and affirmative way that I am a confident person. I speak with confidence and begin to act it.
Someone said that is just selling you. It's like just marketing an idea to yourself.
And it's not bad. It's not a bad thing to do that. It's not a bad thing to, because like you've rightly said, you have to market it to yourself for your brain to accept it. We are driven by this brain. And we have to convince the subconscious mind has to accept the person we see there. Otherwise, it doesn't matter how much I load onto you things that you're supposed to do unless your brain changes and accepts.
And believes the
And believes. And that's why in life coaching we do what we call not brain transplants, but we do belief transformation, where you have to change your beliefs. Because if you don't change, I can say, 2014, I'm going to buy land, I'm going to be a millionaire. Woo! Yes.
Yeah, it's a great,
it's
sounds
great.
bad. Yeah.
Millionaire. Wow, what a dream. Then what steps are how far are you from being a millionaire?
What are you doing every day to get to that point you can actually claim the great vision?
Yes. So it's good to write, okay, I want to be a millionaire. How far am I from being a millionaire? I only have a sock. I have 100 bob. So
Yes.
how far am I from being a millionaire? It's about 900.
We can count there, 1,000 nines that are
Yes.
there. Maybe you
Yes.
can share with us the interesting thing that you told me about life coaching that's different from psychiatry and counseling is the fact that life coaching looks forward.
Yes.
Share with us, how do you journey with this person who's got 100 shillings, wants to be a millionaire? How do you get them to that point that every day they're able to claim a vision that will get them to that millionaire dream?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Now, the first thing is to begin to look at this person and see where they are at. Yes, you have evaluate. We evaluate you. We can use several tools to help us establish where you are at in terms of resources. And resources doesn't just mean money. Resources can mean people.
Yeah.
There are people that you have that can push you towards a millionaire person. Resources in terms of attitude. What attitudes do you have? Because attitude is a resource that can push you forward. So we are going to do sort of analysis and see what resources do you have apart from the 100 bob that you have.
Yeah.
What other resources do you have that can make you a millionaire? Then after we do that, what steps do we need for us to get these resources together? Whether it's people, contacts, because contact is a resource. Contact is a reason, and that's what people don't know. We only look at resources in terms of money.
And I think that's one of the
yeah.
hurdles that Kenyans face, the fact that it's only a money issue perspective.
Yes. It's never just about money. Even if the end goal is money, there are things, people, and other resources that will contribute to you getting that money. Money is there, but it's in people's pocket. You need people.
You need people to actually volunteer.
You need people, yeah. We need people, and that's what our life coach does. So the first thing is do an analysis. Identify where is this person, what resources that this person currently have, what resources that this person need to cultivate around themselves for them to be a potential candidate for a millionaire. What mindset change that this person have? Because unless your mind changes, let me tell you, even if I give you the 1,000,000 shillings today, I make you a millionaire, tomorrow you'll be as poor as you were yesterday because you're not prepared. You're not prepared for the millionaire. The millionaire is not just a 1,000,000 bob in pocket. It's actually also a position of personal growth. You grow. You grow to deservedness, where you actually, and that's why when someone wins, someone can actually win 20 million bob today.
If not dollars.
Yeah, if not dollars. And after some time, the money is gone. Why? This person was not developed to that place. Yeah, so you have to, in life coaching, we don't just help you reach that goal, but also we do personal development so that when you're a millionaire, you're actually, I think it's Henry Ford who said, you can take all the wealth from me today, every penny, but give me a few years, I'll make more. Why? Because I've developed as a person. Personal development.
The skills that are required.
Skills, the abilities. I'm a millionaire.
So can you say maybe being a life coach is the ability to give the world the impossible?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. To create. And that's how I believe God created us to be. We are creators. We are creators. And we move people from this competitive mindset to creative mindset, where you don't just look for what is available, but what is possible. You see, most of us, especially in Africa, actually, we are born with a very competitive, resources are few, so go beat.
Get land, get the job,
yes,
get the degree.
and the job is that one job available, and that's what the mindset are fixed. The jobs are not available, and we must fight. You see, that energy of fighting in itself it's a poverty mentality.
Yeah.
It actually makes you behave in a very, you spend your energies fighting people, and actually those people are resources that you need to lift you. And that's what people say, you know, what has happened? And in Africa we say, someone has bewitched me, you know, that's why I stay.
You just pass the buck to someone else.
Yeah, and that's a very bad thing to do.
Now we are at April. We're going into May. We've looked at Everest. Everest, as you've put it, is justifiable. It's great to have Everest. We've broken it down to the table. Yes. How do we need to keep discipline so that we don't lose course? Because you've also said that even as a life coach, you equip someone with the skill to be able to coach themselves. What are some of the areas that someone needs to look at so that they avoid the rut that gets people during June, July, August? Yeah,
it's good to be accountable to someone. If not a life coach, a family member, because you don't really go to hire a life coach. Hiring a life coach can be expensive for some people. Personally, I charge like 5,000 at least per session of about 45 to 1 hour, 60 minutes, and you may not be able to afford that. For every 1 hour you come to see me, 5,000. Well, you can get someone who is actually, you agree and you share from January, this is where I want to go, and by June I want to achieve this, by April I want to achieve this, and that person will keep you accountable. So it's that person you sit down and actually review the goals and the steps and how far you've walked. So the accountability is very key. It's very key. Another thing is actually to yourself. You should be also accountable to yourself and have a diary. You know, check the steps. After you put the steps down, it's good to be checking, yes, I've done this. I was supposed to do a course in personal development by Feb. I have done this. If I've not done this, what am I supposed to do? Maybe re-evaluate the plan. Because this course was supposed to contribute to a bigger goal. So if I've not done it, that means the bigger goal may be affected in some way. So what do I need to do? So perhaps I may need now the help of a life coach. How do I now, make my steps, a little bit faster, so that I be able to achieve? Because what people do is, okay, by April I was supposed to do this. I've not done it. Just give up on the entire dream, create a new dream, and then you come to August, even that dream, put it down, create a new one. Then you come to November, just forget it. Yeah, actually, I was talking to one of my clients who told me, 2013. I didn't see 2013.
So basically just floated through January and December. There's a big black spot.
It just passed. I didn't see it. I cannot tell you one thing that I achieved.
And what causes people to have such black spots a whole year?
Yes.
What causes people to go through such? Is it that they're not conscious? Is it that they were bewitched? What usually happens?
No one can bewitch anyone unless they are bewitching themselves. What happened is lack of planning and lack of conscious strategic planning for your life. Because really it's good to plan for our lives if we love ourselves.
Down to 1 week,
right? Down to 1 week, down to today.
Yes.
And Beryl, if today is not successful, the year will not be successful.
Because today is a reflection of your whole year.
Yes. And it's the everyday success that contributes to year success. And what denies people success is the focus on the year and not on the day. Look at the day. Look at today. What are you planning to achieve today? If it's not successful, just rate your day and just know the year, how the year will be. What are you supposed to do today? Do it to the best of your ability. Do it to the best of your ability. Don't worry about tomorrow's stuff. Whatever you have.
Its own worries.
Yeah, it has its own worries. Worry about today. Worry about now. Focus about now. Actually, guys that succeed, whether it's in their companies, in money making, they focus on the success of today. Because many people, you know, the big picture, it will come is by faith. It will come to pass one day, then one day, the
year is already elapsed.
Yeah.
Maybe you can talk to us about another arm that you're very, very passionate about. You're not only passionate about personal and professional progress, you're also very passionate about spiritual and social progress, and specifically among the youth. You have written several books, and today you have a book on Youth Ask on Purity. This is a follow-up of a book you had previously published.
Yes.
Maybe you can share with us what this book is about and what exactly it will do in terms of building the capacity of youth to be more conscious about their personal and social growth, if I may put it that way.
Yeah. Well, to begin with, I realized that everyone's success is also pegged to how connected they are to their creator. Everyone has God, and this creator can be a God, a tree you go and call, but your spirituality or God or whatever you call him, but that divine connection with your creator matters with your success. Because there are times that come and you don't know what to do, and no human being can help you, and that's where God comes in. Now, I realize that young people are asking many questions, especially on sexuality, that are beyond religion. Asking, you know, how really, what are the practical steps I can take for me to be sexually pure and worship God without guilt?
And there are several questions that you put behind the book here. What is purity?
Yes.
Is purity possible, and how? What are the consequences of impurity? As you were talking to the youth, these are questions that were highlighted. Maybe you can share with us how you are approaching them, what feedback they gave you from the previous book that led you to put forward these issues in this one.
You see, with the youth, what we have in society is disappointment. They are very disappointed, especially with the church. Church is not supposed to be, it's not, they feel that the church is not real enough to speak these things openly and help them. So the youth go mess up, and the society, that sinks the society downwards. And so I realized that young people need a very open and real approach, and still biblical approach that is real. What does God say about the issue of, you know, purity, sexual purity, and the issue of getting married to the right person? Yeah. So what I do, we do conferences with young people to help them get a very clear mind on these issues.
This is a book that every youth will be journeying to just get better support, to just get them to that point they are more conscious about their own personal and spiritual growth.
Yes.
And this is a platform that we'll be presenting to you, Jeff, and they were to just, you know, give us an update. Keep refreshing to us, you know, the need for more consciousness every day so that you can reach the Everest goal.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us. This is a discussion we can have forever.
Thank you.
Except if my director was not saying you need to get out of the studio, we'll be talking forever. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
I hope you've been inspired this Monday to just get your foot right, get that diary out, get every hour accounted for to get to that Everest goal. Thank you so much for joining me. I've been your host, Beryl Oro. Enjoy the rest of your viewing on Ebru Africa.